we're gonna get into what everybody's been talking about. Karen and Miles, Married at First Sight, season 11, episode 9. But before we get into it, I want to thank you for everyone who has subscribed and joined the Fruitful family. And if you have not already, take this time now to hit that button to subscribe so you can watch my videos. All right, let's get into it. All right, so Karen and Miles. This past episode was episode 9, and we see that Miles has put Karen in an extremely uncomfortable place, you guys. Miles, wanted to discuss the topic on intimacy, right? Karen said, we can talk about it when it's time to talk about it. Miles wants to know, when is it time to talk about it? Do you like it? Do you want it? What's going on? And Karen was shutting him down left and right. You hear me? She didn't want to talk about it, and she definitely didn't want to talk about it with Miles. And so Miles went on, you guys, to get up from the table and go to the refrigerator where there's a little dry erase calendar. And he said that he wanted to be intimate by a certain date and was going to write that date on the calendar. Now, for me watching it, I truly do believe that he was really making light of it. But the thing about it is that you joke about things you are very serious about. Karen was extremely offended, and she went on to say that Miles crossed the line, that she didn't know if they could move forward from it. And she also went on to say in a clip for the next episode, episode 10, that she feels unsafe. Okay, so here is what I have to say about it. This is a very difficult situation to kind of navigate through. What I love is that shout out to Edward, who said he posted in the comments. He said that he believes that it wasn't Miles' nature to do something like that, but because Pastor Cal kind of told him to be a little more forthcoming with what he needed out of the relationship, he felt that that's what Miles was doing. He was acting on Pastor Cal's advice. And I didn't think about that. When I did the recap with you guys, I didn't take that into consideration. That yes, Pastor Cal did tell Miles to be more straightforward about what he needed out of the relationship. And obviously what Miles needs is intimacy with Karen. We know that he's big on affection and he's big on affirmation. I would probably say that those are his top 2 love languages. And Karen was not having it. She was deeply offended. Here are my thoughts on it, you guys. If they were dating, I would completely, totally, and utterly agree with Karen. If you were dating someone, meaning that you have not taken that commitment to marriage, then somebody pressuring you to talk about intimacy when you were not ready is absolutely wrong. It is absolutely crossing the line. And I love how Janice Hilton put it. She kind of talked about them as well. And she said, if you're dating someone like Miles who does something like that, then that is not good, because that is a type of pressure. That is a type of manipulation. So remember, I'm saying dating. So here's the thing. in a normal marriage, and let me tell you, I'm going to give you the biblical perspective because that's all I know. I'm a Christian wife. Married to a Christian husband. We are in a Christian marriage experience over here. So I'm going to give you what the word says. If you're married in a regular marriage, it is absolutely out of line and out of order for either husband or wife to withhold themselves intimately from the spouse. It is absolutely out of order. It is absolutely not right. The Bible even says that. I believe that's in 1 Corinthians. That the wife's body is handed over to the husband, and the husband's body is handed over to the wife. Like, this is a mutual thing. Like, you know, and I don't mean anything demanding or slave-like. I'm not talking about that. But what I'm saying is that, you know, we see in a lot of marriages, husbands and wives using intimacy as a weapon, you guys. And that is not cool. We shouldn't use intimacy to manipulate, to punish, to, you know, get what we want. It's not right, guys. So if, you know, I was counseling a wife, you know, about her marriage, I would say, you know, you cannot withhold intimacy. You know, think about it, you guys. So if you were a Christian, and I can't speak for anyone who is not a believer, you know, because I honestly wouldn't know the standards that you were living your life by. But if you are a believer, and if you know, are of the Christian faith, then here's how you got to look at it. If your partner goes outside of you to fulfill those intimate needs, right? It's adultery. It's a sin that, you know, can be punished with consequence, correct? Okay. Now, before they married you, when they were not married, to be intimate with someone, that is called fornication. That is also a sin. And that is also punishable if done without any repentance. And I mean true repentance. So their only time to enjoy that beautiful, beautiful right is in the confines of marriage with you. And then you say, I'm not going to give it to you because I don't want to, because I don't feel like it, because I have a headache, because you made me mad, because you won't give me what I want, because you're not who I want you to be, or whatever the reason is. That's absolutely wrong and out of order. And if there are issues, then, you know, of course, you know, there requires patience. It requires grace. It requires love. It requires prayer, knowing what the word says, and you both mutually applying it to the situation. And then in some cases, wise counsel. I'm here for a marriage counselor. I'm here for a therapist, love a good therapist, and have been before plenty of times. So here's the unique thing about Karen and Miles. They are strangers, married at first sight. They don't know each other. You know, Miles, yes, I believe has been extremely patient with Karen, even though Karen seems like she is really not interested and she does not want him. This is the problem with taking marriage lightly. This is the problem with entering into a covenant, a blood covenant at that, with the hopes of, hey, if it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. You are denying a right from him. And no, you shouldn't be made to be forced or anything like that. Please don't get what I'm saying. I'm not about that. I'm not about that at all. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, a man feeling like he has the right to just take you. No. But what I'm saying is is that you should have counted up the cost before entering into this. On the other hand, yes, Mouse has been patient, but Mouse has yet to truly show that he will protect her, truly show. I love how Janice puts it. Shout out to Janice Hilton. Protect, provide, and profess. Right. Provide for her, protect her, and profess his love for her. You know, and me personally, my mentality would be, you don't even love me, but you want to sleep with me? You know what I'm saying? Like these are things, I understand that. But I feel like to go as far as saying you feel unsafe, I probably don't agree with that, even though I validate how she feels. I feel like whether I agree or not, it is always important to validate someone's feelings. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that Karen wouldn't have done it. When she first saw who he was and, you know, stalked his social media, and she realized that he wasn't her type and that he was too emotional for her, I wish she would have walked out then. I wish she would have taken the out. I really wish that she would have, because she is really stringing him along, I believe. And I believe that she wants to make it work. I really do. And I really hope that they do in the end. But to demand that he be all of these things for you, even changing his very character and nature into a very masculine man for you, and then you not even be open to the topic of intimacy. I'm not saying that you need to go and be intimate with him. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, as your husband, he deserves the conversation. As your husband, he does deserve for you to open up. As your husband, you need to put in the effort more than what you're doing now, I believe. This is not the first arranged marriage. Arranged marriages have been going on from the dawn of time. And all of a sudden, because you were in an arranged marriage, all of a sudden you get to take control of how things are done. I feel like it should be both. And those people who were in arranged marriages, those who never knew their spouse, didn't get to know their spouse, basically were strangers, you know, married at first sight. You know, they couldn't withhold intimacy. They couldn't withhold, you know, the caring for and taking care of just because they didn't know them very well. Don't enter into an accelerated pace situation if you are not willing to go at an accelerated pace, because it's unfair to the person who came in all in. Okay? That's my thought on it. That is how I feel about it. Honestly, I think that this is a very frustrating place for both of them. And I want to see on episode 10 how they are able to kind of work on this. If you are married and you are experiencing this, you don't have a really, if you are a believer, if you are the Christian faith, if you are not of the Christian faith, then, you know, I really can't say anything to you, because I don't know what moral code or moral standard you live your life by. But if you are a believer, then the word says that your body is no longer your own, whether you're husband or wife. So, you know, if there is issues with you being intimate with your spouse, then take the right steps to restore that intimacy. Again, if you are having issues with intimacy, check out the book, Restoring Intimacy, Spiritual, Marital, and Sexual by Jacqueline Baxter Hollins. I'll leave a link in the description below. This is an incredible read. I also did a series on it. I'll put up a little card right here for you to click to view it. Okay, guys, I thank you for watching this couple focus. I want you to comment down below. On Monday, I'm going to be going live and reading the comments that you guys put down because I want to hear what you have to say about it too. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you do agree. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear everyone's perspective. All right, if you haven't taken the time to subscribe already, please do it for me right now. I thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, and I'm so grateful to have you a part of the Fruitful family. Until next time, be fruitful and multiply. Bye-bye.